In the studio with us is Rich Hopkins and Lisa Novak. Rich in the house, as we discuss the upcoming Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios over at Cottonwood for our Troubadour Tuesdays. Well, first of all, welcome to the studios of KPFT, Rich and Lisa. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. Good to see you, Rick. Thank you.
You bet. You bet. Well, tell us. We're gearing up to get this show and get the excitement going about it. Tell us about yourself, Rich, and Lisa, about yourself, and then how you guys all come together as this band that we have that we're going to have on the 12th of July at Troubadour Tuesdays.
Okay, that's a pretty long story, but we'll try
okay. I'll tell you right now that you don't have that much time.
All right. Well, just real quickly, I am from Tucson, Arizona, and Lisa and I met a number of years ago, but we were dating about 10 years ago and got married about 3 years ago. And when we met, we started making music together, and I started, like I said, the Luminarios out in Tucson, but I've carried it over here, and the last 2 or 3 records we've made have been up in Austin, and we did some recording here in Houston as well as out in Tucson, but spent most of our time up in Austin making the record with this guy Lars Göransson, and Lisa's a fine songwriter, singer-songwriter herself, so we co-write a lot of the material, but it's still got more of the Illuminatios rockin' flavor.
I think that's what's going to be exciting for us to. Obviously, my love is the Americana roots rock, honky tonk stuff, but we're trying to blend in more. We just had a blues band, and now with you guys with the Illuminatios and more of a Americana rock band. For lack of my knowledge on all your catalog, but. You've recorded 14 albums. Where in the hell you been?
Well, out in Tucson, and I did a lot of my, most of the touring I've done has been in Europe. And I started off playing music back in the 80s with a band called the Sidewinders, and we changed our name to the Sand Rubies in the early 90s, and we were fortunate enough to get on a major label back then, RCA Records and then Polygram, so we did most of our touring, and we used to play here in Houston. That's where Lisa said she saw me, I think, for the first time. Where was it?
I think Rockefellers with Tragically Hip.
Yeah. So we used to come through here, and we used to play at Fitzgerald's in a place called the Axiom. And do you know the Axiom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was our first experience in coming out to Houston. But mostly I've concentrated a lot of the touring in Europe on a label I'm with called Blue Rose Records. And they are basically an Americana roots label, but for some odd reason they really like me. I'm more on the rocking side, like you said, but yeah, they love the Texas sound.
So Lisa, when you saw Rich, was it one of those?
No, actually not at all.
Then we all stand a chance.
Well, it's a long story, too, and I'll concise it. But my sister, who's a news reporter in Austin, she was living in Albuquerque at the time when Rich was out in Tucson. And she told me about Rich in the Sidewinders. She loved that band. Am I not on the air?
No, you're...
Okay. And she used to always say, send your stuff to Rich. You know, Rick, as a struggling musician in Houston, we have to try to get our stuff out there. My sister would always say, send your stuff to Rich Hopkins. He's producing the Gin Blossoms right now, and she was a huge fan of the Rubies at that time. So I would send him my CDs over the course of years, and so I think he was on my radar. I probably saw him play maybe twice in 15 years. So there was no romantic anything, and but he did finally call me on my last record, and he said, wow, this is really great. You've done it. Would you like to come to Europe? And it kind of started from there. So,
man, I
here
tell
we
you.
are.
But she turned me down, though, Rick.
I turned him down, yeah.
She didn't go to Europe with me.
No.
Oh, really?
No, not in.
Well,
Not
hell,
not
maybe
in-
that worked somehow.
Yeah, well, we didn't actually like each other when we first met. I thought he was.
Damn, that usually happens after 10 years of marriage.
Yeah, we're doing the reverse.
Yeah, we've got everything
We're doing
reversed.
more honeymoon stuff 10 years later.
That's
rather
what I'm
than
talking about.
in the beginning. It was well. Listen, writing with this guy isn't easy. I mean, he's a one-man show, and so to kind of fit into that, I remember the first time I said, "Hey, can we, play this line 3 times instead of 4?" And there was just like dead silence, because he's like, "I write this way for a reason," And so, now we write together really just, organic.
Well,
It's
hell, I
easy.
mean,
I've learned my lesson.
These are effortless.
Rich knows it's either that or the highway, man.
Exactly. It really is.
Women rule. We get that.
No, the new title, My Way or the Highway, is not because I rule. I'll just say that.
Oh, hell. We are in the studios with Rich Hopkins, Lisa Novak. We are talking about some new music, and of course, they are headlining our Troubadour Tuesdays for July 12th over at Cottonwood. Have you been to that venue yet?
Yeah, we have.
Okay, great venue, and I suggest that you guys come hungry because they have great food, and of course the band gets food and gets a good meal, and Rich and Lisa, both of you as touring musicians, and sometimes what a musician values, more than anything is a comfortable bed and a good meal,
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's funny that musicians come and they brag more about what they ate rather than what they just got paid. So we're trying to figure out a way to not pay them and just feed them. Nah, I'm just teasing. Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios, they're going to be our act at Troubadour Tuesdays. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get directly in the song. Then we'll come back. I just want people to know, because maybe they've never heard of you. Maybe they don't know who you are.
Okay.
So we're going to play Racehorse at number 7. What song is that?
This is called Come Hell or High Water. It's a song off our brand new record. Hasn't come out yet, but so you're going to be basically the first person to preview our new music.
Way to go. Come Hell or High Water. That's describing. Was that describing the marriage again? Or what's going on?
Well, actually, the subtitle is called The Married Go Round.
Oh, my Lord. Help my mercy.
You got to listen to the chorus. So.
I'm afraid to.
Are you married, Rick?
Oh, hell no. I was till this song. All right, so Rich Hopkins, tell us again the album and the song again one more time, Rich.
The name of the record, actually, we were thinking of calling it My Way or the Highway.
Oh, so you haven't even named it yet?
No, but we've been thinking about My Way or the Highway because it's a joke. Because she thinks that it basically has to be my way or, you're done. Goodbye. See you later.
Man, I think we're seeing a family court
I
right
know,
on the air here.
But we're making a joke out of it, Rick, because we've worked through all our issues.
Oh, God.
And this song is called, this was the first song we recorded. We started back in September up in Austin, so this is the first song we recorded. Called Come Hell or High Water, and it features a friend of ours from Austin, a really great guitar player, a guy named Eric Hysaw, that when he came in, it was like, wow, you're perfect.
Perfect. This is a worldwide debut right here on the Lone Star Jukebox.
This time I gotta take the blame. Come hell or high water, I'm sticking round. Red wine and white lies, window. And who do I see? She's pulling up in a taxi. This time it's 2:45. It's my way or the highway, boys. That's what I always said. But it's the fastest way to drive a woman into another man's bed. Come hell or high water, I'm sticking around. The red, white, and white lies, it's my life. On this merry-go-round, on the merry-go-round. Take it away. Come hell or high water, I'm sticking around. For red, white, and white lies, it's my life on this merry-go-round. Come hell or high water, I'm sticking around. For red, white, and white lies, it's my life on this merry-go-round, on the merry-go-round, on the merry-go-round, on this merry-go-round.
Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios there with their their one. I assume most albums are like 40 minutes, a 40-minute listen to how to save a marriage. Is that right?
No.
Or destroy one.
Or destroy.
Yeah, we're talking about the ruins of one.
Oh, hell. Man, I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting married or getting divorced.
We've already been through all that, Rick.
There we are. So Rich Hopkins in the studio along with Lisa Novak, and we're talking about the upcoming Troubadour Tuesday show on July the 12th with Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios band. You know what, Rich? I have so many Riches in this room, I forget who I'm talking to. So can you tell us who's on the album, and then tell us who's going to be with you this coming Tuesday?
Sure.
Or two Tuesdays from now.
I'll talk a little bit about the album, and then Lisa can chime in on who's playing with us. But on the record, it was me and Lisa working with this guy named Lars Gordonsson from Sweden, who's a really great recording engineer up in Austin. The band primarily was this guy, Steve McCarthy, who's the next Houstonian on drums, really great drummer, real solid. We had this guy named George Reef on bass, who plays with Joe Walsh, really great bass player, who's played with the Mastersons and plays with all sorts of people. Really, we were very fortunate to have him. We had this guy, John Sanchez, who's been in the Illuminatios basically on and off for about 6 years, and John plays with Alejandro Escovedo, and Eric Highsaw, who you just heard on Come Hell or High Water. And then we had some boys from Tucson, my old mates from Tucson, playing on one of the songs. So that's pretty much...
Who was that? I know some of the players out of Tucson.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we had a guy named Damon Barnaby on guitar, Dwayne Hollis on bass, and the drummer was Winston Watson, who used to play with Bob Dylan for a number of years. So,
shoot, man, that's bigger than I know.
Yeah, and it's weird when you see this guy Winston. You know, it's like, yeah, he's always dropping, hints that he played with Dylan all the time. But but anyway,
hell, man, if you played with Dylan,
I wouldn't drop hints.
Yeah.
I'd put it on my
No,
t-shirt.
he was, okay, let's put it this way. He was bragging about it all the time. But
Good for
anyway, really great drummer. So, the Luminatios is really Lisa and I, but with a lot of different people. Like even a lot of times we'll play gigs up in Austin and we'll have like Larry Cooper, who Will knows real well. And,
I know Larry.
And Larry's played with us a number of years on and off. And we just have different people. Lisa, who's going to play with us on next week or at the Troubadour Tuesday?
At Cottonwood, we have a great drummer, new drummer. We've only played with once, Isaiah Gill, and the fact that he's young. I mean, I think that it was like his energy can really match Rich's energy on stage. It was nice to have someone like kind of help push in the band, And Paul Beebe, who plays all around town. I'm sure you know Paul Beebe. He's going to be on guitar. Just because this show kind of was a little bit, we had it, we didn't have it, we weren't sure, and so we kind of had to get some fill-in. So Paul will be sitting in, he's only played with us once
Who's a
before,
great player.
Awesome player and singer. And he sang on the record, too, with some background.
And played bass.
Badass bass,
and he's a pretty boy, too. And
he's a pretty boy, and I cut his hair, so he looks really hot for...
You think he's cute? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I met Paul when he was 22.
I even think he's a good-looking cat.
Yeah.
The whole Beebe family.
The whole Beebe family, yeah.
There you go.
And Michael Poulos on bass, too. And he's gone on tour with us to Europe and all, and he's our solid Houston player, too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, man, it's going to be a solid
we're gonna rock
solid
the house.
Band up there. And, of course, Rich Hopkins, Lisa Novak, the Illuminatios, they're all over social media. Twitter, what do you want? 8
we
have
on
Twitter, are we?
No, we don't tweet.
The hell?
You can tweet
Dude,
about
listen,
us.
people keep on saying they're following me on Twitter. I'm like, I don't know what Twitter is.
Twitter.
But we do have some videos out on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and we've made videos over the years. I'm proud of one of them in particular, if anybody's interested, called Otro Lado, the other side. I used to volunteer at a soup kitchen down on the south side of Tucson, and obviously there's a lot of homeless people and people in need of extra groceries. So I wrote a song about people coming over from Mexico into the United States, and I'm pro that because I believe that, I'm a Catholic and I just believe in helping out people that need help. And so this song is called Otro Lado. I believe there's always, another side to somebody's life that we don't really understand. So it's a really, really great song, and we did a video to it. And we had this, I think, a pretty famous filmmaker help do the video. And his name is Rudy Hofroy. And he lives down in Mexico, and so he helped me do that. So that was pretty cool.
That's good, man. That's good. Man's got a good heart there. Well, Rich, let's hear something else. Are we going to hear number one off the new album?
Gaslighter. And Lisa can talk about Gaslighter.
All right, well, let's hear about it.
Lisa?
Why am I talking about it?
Well, somebody has to talk about it.
You wrote the words.
Well, I don't know how many people know what gaslighting is, but
will you tell us?
It's
I did.
well, I'm going to give you the best analogy I know is like if you find a matchbook in your husband's pocket that has a phone number on it, and you say, "Hey, what's up with this?" There's a woman's phone number in your pocket, and he turns it around on you and says, "What are you doing going through my pockets?" and makes it all about like you're the person that's crazy and wrong when skirting around the issue of what's really the question and what's really
so
the
that's
issue.
gaslighting?
Gaslighting is turning around. It's based on a movie from the 40s
Yeah.
called Gaslighting.
You heard about that,
yeah,
Will?
I have. It's kind of like manipulating someone into basically thinking they're nuts, like
Right.
turning
Like a narcissist that
Yes,
turns it around.
yes.
Yeah.
God
Wow.
damn.
Will,
So
you're
be
good.
careful. Be careful.
Man, I'm not even going near fire.
Yeah.
I'm done for. Hey, and it's 4th of July, all them fireworks, all those gas lighters.
There's a lot of gaslighting, and it doesn't have to be married relationships, Rick. So don't be scared of that. It can be your sister doing it to you, your daughter, your
Hey,
brother, right?
Hey, that shit never existed in my family.
Yeah. No dysfunction there, right?
Well, there's plenty of dysfunction. All right, so we're going to hear one from the upcoming CD that's supposedly called
Gaslighter.
No, the
My Way or the Highway.
My Way or the Highway.
That's
I
part of the
think
gaslighting.
This album's got some issues going. We need to have this. Where's Doctor? Hey, Racehorse.
This
Dr.
is Dr.
Phil.
Phil, really.
Hey, get Dr. Phil on the phone, won't you?
all right.
All right. So let's go with this one from Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios from their upcoming album, and of course another debut right here on the Lone Star Jukebox. This one called Gaslighter from their upcoming CD, My Way or the Highway.
Every time I see you, girl, you're messing with my mind. I can't put a finger on it, no matter what I try. You take and take and then you took me for a fool. All the while I loved you, girl, every way I knew. You gave me all the pain my heart could hold. You're no good for me, 'cause I know, oh yes I know. Second guessing, girl, I know it just ain't right. Your gaslighting keeps me tied up inside. You're not telling truth, and I don't want more lies. Even though I'm leaving you, I still wanna call you up every night, 'cause I know, oh yes I know, 'cause I know, oh yes I know.
Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios from their upcoming CD, My Way or the Highway. This one's called Gaslighter. This is KPFT Houston, 90.1 FM. I'm Rick Izquierdo, and this is the Lone Star Jukebox. 39 minutes after 10, halfway through the show, and happy to have, again, Rich Hopkins, Lisa Novak, as we talk about the upcoming Troubadour Tuesdays on July 12th over at Cottonwood, Houston. Well, this debut stuff is sounding good there, Mr. Hopkins.
Well, thank you. And, we really had a lot of great help. And I just want to make a shout out to Lars Goranson, the engineer-producer on this record. He's really sharp. He's a great engineer, and he's just a hard worker. So we love working with him.
That's great. There you go, man. A third in the marriage trilogy there.
He really is. He is the third, wasn't he, Lisa?
Threesomes.
Man, a menage a trois right here in the
Let's
Lone
not
Star.
get into
Secret.
that.
A secret. I want to know about it. All right. Racehorse, what you got for us, buddy?
I was going to ask two things.
Yeah.
How do fans connect with you? How do people find you? What are all your social media sites and your kind of your home website? And then the second question is, what is it like to play for crowds in Europe versus those in the U.S.?
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I think some of the media websites that we have are Reverb Nation, Rich Hopkins, and the Illuminatios. We're on that. We have a thing called www.richhopkinsmusic.com. What else do we have, Lisa?
Well, the Facebook pages, they can either go under Lisa Novak, for those of fans that know me, or Rich Hopkins has his own page. And I think you have a Rich Hopkins Illuminarios Facebook page as well.
And we have one.
Friend us so you'll know where to, so you can keep up to date with the shows and all.
And we also have a website in Germany called...
now that's a long one.
well, it's called Rich Hopkins...
German Fan Club.
And the Illuminarios German Fan Club.
Yeah.
We got to find that one.
Rich Hopkins.
It's hilarious.
And the
Great.
Illuminarios German Fan Club.com, I believe, or .de for Deutsch.
Hosted by Holger Schubert, who we think is listening right now. Hi, Holger, if you're listening
from
Germany.
He's the fan club president. Believe it or not, I've got a fan club and a president. And I remember when Holger first approached me on tour, this is some years ago, maybe 15 years ago, and he said he was interested in doing this, and I was like thinking I was too cool to even talk to him in a way. I think I was pretty tired, but anyway, over the course of time, this guy has become like just one of the sweetest, most down-to-earth. He is one of our very best friends, regardless of what he does for us, but he has done so much. Like this one other CD called Enchanted Rock on our last tour, he pressed it up for us and sold it, and all the money went for a good cause called the Tucson Boys and Girls Club in South Tucson. So we're very fortunate to have all these ways to connect with people and friends looking out for us.
Well, man, I'm pissed at you, Rich Hopkins.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't even have a fan club or a president. So if you're German, buddy, he may take over.
Yeah.
He may be the Germans. Well, I did play soccer in high school, and they got me because I said, well, I figured, well, Mexicans should be able to know how to play soccer. Of course, I didn't. But my name was Hans in the German club. So
why? Because you were good?
No, just because you needed to choose a German name. So my freaking name was Hans. Hans Izquierdo, man. They're just wrong.
Hans Izquierdo. That's
so I want you to talk to your German buddy. Unless an American steps up and says they want to be president of the Lone Star Jukebox fan club, because right now I'm ready to go, man. So
hey, well, I could be president if you just put us as the only band every Tuesday on Troubadour Tuesday.
Damn, man!
And then we'll have the Rick Izquierdo. Then that's one way.
You ain't even played yet. So
Well-
hey, let's. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lisa.
Well, I was going to say the second part of Will's question is
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the difference between playing to American audiences
you
and
can
German?
answer that.
And just to piggyback on the Holger, he got us some really great open air festivals where you can play to, at least 1,000 people at a time here and there. And, there's moments that I'll stand on stage with Rich and just, he puts out so much energy that the fans in Germany really appreciate. They always tell us after the show, like, oh, you give us so much energy, the energy is what's great. And to me, the difference is we can be playing in Berlin on a Monday to, hundreds of people. And here on a Saturday, we won't have as many. They're just really there for music. There's no TVs going in the bars. They're there. Their eyes are glued on you. They hang on.
Isn't that
really appreciative of
I
music.
love that because Cottonwood has screens out there, and I say, man, when there's a band, turn those
them
down.
off.
It's so disrespectful.
It really is.
And that's one of the things that Edgar Heckman, president of Blue Rose, Rich's label, he said he comes to Texas all the time. Most of his bands are from Austin on his label too. And he said, he comes over here and there's just TV screens everywhere. People's on their phone. You just don't see that over there. They're just sitting there. I mean, they love music.
Yeah,
It's
the fans
incredible.
are just really, they're there for the show. And think of it as like we've come a long ways, right? So they truly appreciate we're on tour, so they get it. And, but I also want to say that, when it's like we don't have the marketing thing like we do in Europe because I've been doing that consistently for 20 years. So that's been built up, and the record company, they all do their jobs. Here, it's like if I'm putting out records here on my own, yeah, I do have some distribution and I've had some help, but it's not the exact same networking that I've built up over in Europe. So I do want to make a shout out for the fans here in the United States that when they do come, if they really hear us, they can choose whether they like us or not. But I think, people, if they listen, we're good.
Well, I think it's just about getting out and hearing music. And
Exactly.
Now, listen, here's what I want to happen on Tuesday. Not this coming Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays from Racehorse.
Yes.
I need you in Lederhosen.
Oh.
Jaman.
Okay. Okay.
Lederhosen.
Yeah,
All right.
Was
because
ist das?
you are
Lederhosen.
now the official president of the Lone Star Jukebox fan club.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to
yes.
say hello in German. I know Auf Wiedersehen, but
Yeah.
what's hello?
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Abend. Guten Tag.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
All right, I'll have a
And,
feather in my hat too.
Yeah, and drei Bier bitte.
That's all I ever figured
Yeah.
out when after 20 years is
All right, well, let's figure out what we're doing here. We're playing number 3, and this is. Have I played
Want
this yet?
You Around.
All right.
No, you
I
haven't.
played
This
Gaslighter.
features me on vocals.
Yeah,
now.
this is a Lisa
He
song.
lets me sing once in
All
a
right,
while.
Racehorse, you got something to say?
I got one thing to say
What
for
do you
our
got?
audience.
Yeah, we have. A
If
good
you
one.
come to the show on July 12th, not this Tuesday, but the next, and you are one of the next 5 callers, don't call until the music's playing. There will be a surprise special free CD for you of Rich Hopkins and the Luminarios, courtesy of Rich Hopkins and Lisa Novak, the Lone Star Jukebox, and Cottonwood. So when you hear the music start playing, call. I'll get your name, your number. Come out, enjoy the show, free CD. The end.
Now, is Dr. Phil signing this one as well, or just?
He's already signed off on it.
Oh, he has.
I think he's going to be there.
So I'm playing number 3, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, what's the name of it again?
Want You Around.
Want You Around.
This, hey, by the way, Rick, this is our version of writing a pop hit. So,
Well, you already got a damn fan club of presidents. So
I know, but we're looking to get back into the, like we want a major label record deal on this record somehow. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we
Well,
shoot for.
I think that's what you shoot for. Listen, I don't want to hear any more boy bands, okay?
You won't.
Wanna know your secret, the spell you put on me. Didn't see it coming, and I don't want it to leave. Let's put our cards on the table. All bets happen then. Will you run? Will you hide? Or will you stay around? Or will you take off with my pride? 'Cause I just want you around. Yeah, I want you around. I don't want no secrets between you and me, unless it's out in the open. It's the only way to see. Will you run? Will you hide? Or just stay around? Or would you take off with my pride? 'Cause I just want you around. Yeah, I want you around. I want you around. Yeah, I want you around. You don't know what you'll do, but I know I want you. Yeah, I want you around. I want you around. I want you around. Yeah, I want you around. 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 I want you
Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios. This is off of the upcoming CD. What is it again? Damn, man. Oh,
Just kidding.
hey, that's good.
Say that on the radio.
The album has a name, doesn't it, Rich? Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
it's called
Hell
My Way or the Highway.
My Way or the Highway. Yeah, there you go. So good stuff from these guys. So once again, let's talk about it. We're gonna, as we wrap this up, talk about what's coming up. So again, Rich Hopkins, Lisa Novak in the studios with the band called Rich Hopkins and the Illuminatios. They are our headliner for Troubadour Tuesdays over at Cottonwood, Houston, on July the 12th. Shows early as always. Doors open about 6-ish per se. Obviously, the doors are open, always open, but...
We're playing outside, right?
well, hang on a minute there.
All right.
Before you scare people off with that heat stuff there. All right? Let me do the selling here, son. You just sit back and think about your marriage here. So, it is a covered stage with plenty of great... See how you sell this here, Mr. Hopkins?
Yeah,
You know, underneath the covered stage that doesn't have any direct sunlight, as fans blow coolness of love towards you, as Illuminatios. Rich just blew on me. I swear that boy needs to go see a doctor, man. But no, it's a covered stage, great food. You know, you guys will go on maybe 6:45 to 7, depending on the crowd, and
Okay.
and you know they'll do right till 9 o'clock or so. So it'll be a great show. Come hungry, come thirsty. Lone Star beer always cold and ready to be sipped. And once again, guys, your Facebook page and Rich Hopkins, the Illuminatios, Lisa Novak, and just Google it. Go on Facebook. Just start typing stuff, and we'll link it over to our Facebook page as well. So, well, have a great 4th of July.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much to you guys for inviting us down in KPFT. Excellent. We've had a great time. Thank you.
You know, I don't have to go home and watch reruns of Dr. Phil or Maury Povich anymore. You are the father.
You haven't seen anything yet, though. Trust me.
All right, so you're going to kick ass and
The
rock.
new radio
You
show.
guys are going to rock, right? You're going to just freaking bring it.
Oh,
Yeah,
up.
we are, actually. I mean, this is serious biz,
We need
bro.
fire extinguishers and all that.
Why not? That'll be fun.
No
Will,
smoke
will you have
machine.
the fire extinguisher on the side there?
Yeah, and a fog machine, and a mirror ball, everything.
And there you go. So
It's
racehorse,
lighter fluid, too, though.
racehorse. The phone lines were buzzing red. Tell us who won.
All right, Thomas Rush, Greg Clark, Becky. Sorry, didn't get your last name. Greg Carr, my bro, and Adam Tania. Congratulations to all you guys. Show up and get your CD.
There you go.
And we'll autograph it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
going to cost extra, though. Just kidding.
Yeah. It's a rough crowd here, man. All right, Rich, Lisa, thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you,
Rick.
man.
All right, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. This is KPFT Houston, 90.1 FM. Let's close out with this one from Rich Hopkins and Illuminatios. This one's called Tombstone.
I came riding into town, had a monkey on my back. I smelled trouble ahead, should have stopped me in my tracks. But I'm not the kind who will back down from a fight. You can count on me to stand up for what's right. Me and my brothers, we don't believe in hindsight. Yeah, I was drinking whiskey 3 days straight, so I was told. I've been battered, bruised, and busted, and buffaloed. Rustling cattle, stealing horses, what I chose. Still I turned in others that I know. Guess my heart is made up of steel, and my blood is cold. Hanging on to the words from my tongue. Here's my story of Tombstone. Texas kicked us out, so we headed west. We ended up in Tombstone. Yeah, you've heard the rest. What happened that day became the talk of the town. The legendary fight was about to go down. Should have known things weren't okay by the corral. Hanging on to the words from my tongue. Here's my story of Tombstone. I'm hanging on to the words from my tongue. Here's my story of what I've done. turn around. Sometimes I think I'd be better off lying 6 feet underground. Oh, Lord, hear my anguish cry. Ooh, please hear my anguish cry. Not my will but thine, Lord. But would you please let this old trouble pass me by?